Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
Hello there, Maureen Akers here with Gary Bruce today. Gary, thanks so much for joining us again.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Well, it is almost Halloween, that time of year. A lot of fun. Are you going to dress up this year?
No.
No?
I quit a while back. How about you?
Probably not me, but I think this year I'm going to dress up my dogs for the first time and have fun with that, right?
Well, I grew up in a neighborhood that kind of shut down for Halloween, you know?
Yeah.
You knew there were kids
Yes.
everywhere, and that was that kind of, that was 50 years ago.
Right.
But anyway.
Today it's a little different,
A little different. I think we're all more controlled. We go to fall festivals and do these things, but still, kids are out there.
They are.
And we need to be aware of it, and I think there's things that we as adults and drivers need to be aware of and make sure we do for our kids.
Well, and how do we do that? It's a great question. How do we keep our children safe? And there's going to be probably, like you said, more people driving in neighborhoods and pedestrians out around, on the streets.
Well, I think the kids need to stay on the sidewalk. Don't go running through people's yards you don't know. I'm sure they will, but be there, be safe, wear costumes that fit so you don't trip and fall. Those are kind of self-preservation issues.
Right.
And they say don't wear a mask, paint your face. So the kids can see better that way.
Yeah.
Because the concern is these kids are excited. They get good candy. They're all sugared up, and then they may make bad decisions not looking left and right. So as drivers, obviously, I think we want to slow down, watch both ways, make eye contact with the kids before we move,
Absolutely.
Don't back up.
Yep.
It's dark. We carry things. Let's stay lit up and safe.
Yeah, and some things that are popular, like in my neighborhood and maybe yours too, are the kind of the trailer hay rides, if you will, people hooking up a trailer and putting a lot of kids. So you've got to kind of watch out for those when you see those in the neighborhoods too as well.
Right, and let's be safe about that. I have seen over the years kids fall off of those because somebody starts up and the kids aren't seated and ready. People can get hurt doing that. So, that is responsibility on the driver.
Right.
Make sure they're seated, make sure they're safe, make sure everyone's ready to go before you just kick it into gear and take off down the road.
Absolutely. So what happens if someone falls, gosh, in my driveway or on my sidewalk?
Well, a good question. And interestingly, we have different categories for the different kind of users of your property. But on Halloween night, everybody's kind of a social guest. So if there's a big hole in your yard and you know about it, go fix it, or put a sign over it or do something. But if you're on notice of a problem and don't warn about it, then you may have liability.
Yeah, so be careful. Thank you so much for joining us today, Gary. Happy Halloween, and we look forward to seeing you in the very next Legal Break.